Um, that really intense, like, fixer instinct we all get.
Oh, yeah, the urge to just immediately solve everything.
Exactly. Like when someone we love is hurting or complaining, it's almost like they have this literal nail stuck in their forehead. And instead of just, letting them talk about the pain, we desperately want to grab some pliers and yank it right out with our brilliant advice.
Right, but doing that immediately just makes them defensive. I mean, they don't feel heard at all. They just feel managed,
Yeah, totally.
It's a really classic trap we fall into with our spouses or teenagers or colleagues pretty much every single day.
Which is exactly why we're putting the pliers down today. We're doing a deep dive into Dr. Fangcheng Carr's Mindfulgym program. We really want to figure out how to navigate these everyday conflicts.
And it's such a great source, right? I mean, it's Malaysia's top evidence-based mindfulness program.
Right, but it's not about just sitting silently on a cushion. It turns mindfulness into this gritty, practical survival skill for our multi-ethnic community.
Yeah, and the whole foundation of his approach actually requires us to fundamentally change the way we hear people. It goes back to the ancient Chinese character for listening, which is Ting.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how does that break down?
Well, it's a roadmap built to 4 parts. So you have the ear, the king, 10 eyes, and 1 heart.
Okay, I can guess the ear, right?
Okay.
Like hearing without all our own internal noise blocking the way. But wait, treating a rebellious teenager or a hostile boss like a king?
I know. It sounds crazy.
It sounds like a recipe for getting walked all over in the heat of the moment. Like, why would I do that?
Well, it sounds like submission, but it's actually a tactical move to build psychological safety. Treating them like a king doesn't mean you're endorsing bad behavior.
Right.
It just means giving them your absolute undivided presence. Because when you do that, you lower their emotional drawbridge.
Ah, okay. So they bring their defenses down.
Exactly. And then you use the 10 eyes to observe their tone and body language, and the 1 heart to find genuine empathy. The core mantra here is really simple. Connect first before you correct.
Connect first. Okay, but here's the trap, right? You
Right.
use the 10 eyes, you build that connection, they calm down, and then you think, fantastic, now I can finally deliver my brilliant advice. And boom, the drawbridge flies right back up.
Yes, because jumping straight to solutions just completely shatters the safety you just built.
So what do we do instead?
That's where Dr. Fang's LENOVA Bridge comes in. It's an acronym. It stands for listen, empathy, no advice, validation, and affirmation.
That N is tough, though. No advice. That's the golden rule there, right?
It really is. It's the hardest part, but it's crucial.
I mean, jumping straight to advice is kind of like forcing someone to gulp down a mug of boiling hot Teh Tarik.
Oh, that's a perfect way to put it.
Right. Like you want to give them something sweet and comforting, but you're just burning them. You have to Teh Tarik first, pull and pour that tea back and forth to give it some air.
Yes, and that visual perfectly captures the mechanism of validation. When you validate someone by saying, it makes complete sense you feel this way, you're giving their intense emotions space to cool off.
Just like cooling the tea.
Exactly. Validation removes their need to defend themselves. I mean, their brain literally stops fighting to prove they have a right to be frustrated.
So empathy is trying to feel what they are feeling, but validation is explicitly telling them they aren't crazy for feeling it.
Spot on. And only after you cool things down can you move to affirmation, which is helping them see they have the strength to handle the situation themselves.
Okay, you've successfully built the bridge. But, and I have to ask, eventually, the silence has to end.
Right.
Like if a colleague keeps dropping the ball at work, we do need to speak up. So how do we do that without triggering a massive office blowup?
Well, when you actually must correct someone, you run your words through the think filter.
Okay, think. What does that stand for?
Truthful, helpful, intelligent, necessary, and kind. The psychological mechanism here is friction, basically.
Friction, like slowing yourself down.
Yeah, these 5 filters force your brain to pause and evaluate the actual impact of your words rather than just relying on your good intentions.
That intelligent piece is so crucial. Because that means checking if it's the right time and place, right?
Exactly,
Like correcting someone in front of the whole office violates the kind filter, even if the critique is technically truthful.
Yeah. And the ultimate brake pedal in that whole framework is necessary.
Oh, man, yes. Asking, is this actually necessary?
Yeah.
I feel like that could stop like 90% of petty arguments in their tracks.
Easily.
Because sometimes you realize your feedback is more about inflating your own ego than actually helping the other person improve.
Absolutely. Which really brings us to the core takeaways from the Mindfulgym playbook today.
Let's hear them.
Okay, 1, listen with your whole being using the ear, king, 10 eyes, and 1 heart. 2, build the LENOVA Bridge. Really prioritize empathy and validation over immediate solutions.
And 3, when you absolutely must speak, run it through the think filter to make sure your words are actually helpful and kind.
So, for your call to action today, in your very next conversation, test out the no advice rule.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, keep your brilliant solutions in your pocket and just practice validating their experience. Just watch what happens to their defenses.
I love that. And here's a final thought to chew on before we go. If you treated the very next person you speak with as the absolute most important person in the world, how would that single shift transform your relationship with them?
Wow. Yeah.
So just leave the nail alone for a minute and simply listen.